Yeah, you see, man, it's it it is morning. So good morning, man. I've been walking, listening to Master P on the Breakfast Club. I also listened to damn, forgot his name. I don't get the name. It's very important that I get his name. It took me a while to listen to him, but I'm glad I listened. I'm sure you. He was on Hot 97. He's also on the Breakfast Club, talking about his new movie that he did. Like the reason why I'm going hard to see him, cause also from Africa to America, Benny Boom, Solomon. They also got a movie called Tasmanian Devil. Check that out. Oh, Nat Parker, Nat Parker on Africa on American Skin. I feel like the things that he was talking about too resonate very well with me, and I'll be checking out more of his work. Because of that interview, I became a fan of him. I ain't even gonna lie, I like him. I like what he stands for. I like his background story. And I'm gonna check out his movies from now on. Shout out to Master P too. You know what I mean? On being an ownership entrepreneur. That's what I went to school for. I went to school for small business entrepreneur. You feel me? That's what I want to do, man. I don't want to work for this job for a long time, man. Honestly, I really don't. I don't even want to work today or yesterday, but I'm just doing it because you know you got to start somewhere. 6 years you still got to start somewhere. So starting from here, I really don't want to. I really want to own my own business, work for me. I set my own schedule, put in my own hours, and write my own checks. You feel me? And the purpose of me starting my own business is to bring some dignity, trust, integrity, and what my policy says is what it means. It doesn't mean one for this person and the other for that person. No, I'm bringing it back to what it's supposed to mean. If the law states that, then the law states this. And if I was to break my own rules, then guess what? I should be punished because I shouldn't be above that law policy. You feel me? That's just all I'm saying. But I wouldn't be mad if I wasn't punished the same way that somebody decided to break the other kind of law. If I'm not getting punished, then that person shouldn't get punished. Until I get punished, then everybody else will follow suit. But it doesn't. It's not start or base with me because I'm the owner. No, these are the mechanics. These are the components and the hinges that's in place to hold business together. Because without trust, you don't really have a business. Feel me? Without an agreement, you don't really have a business. You dig? So when I start my own business, I will make sure that these things are upheld. Feel me? It has to be upheld. It has to. It can't be one way for me and one way for not. It can't. I'm sorry. That's why I like those businesses where they offer the same discounts as the employees. I think that's very. It's like, yo, if it's good for them, it's good for you. Feel me? To a certain degree, I like my job too a little bit because they offer the same benefits as the same benefits as the CEO gets. That's the same benefits we get too. To that degree, I like it. I fuck with them on that part, but the same parts that I don't fuck with them. When it comes to my business, every part you gonna fuck with, cause you know what? What's good for me is good for you. Treat how does the Bible says? It's not gonna be biblical in that kind of sense, but it says treat. He said treat others as you want to be treated. You feel me? That's just simple, simple shit. You feel me? That's all. I'm conducting business with you as like, you feel me? That's all. I'm conducting that business with you because this is something that I would do on my own. I'm not gonna sell something to you that I'm not gonna take in myself. Feel me? That's life. That's basic. You dig? That's regular stuff. I'm not gonna turn the camera off for this person and allow the camera to go on for that person. Know what I mean? This is just basic shit, like things that make sense to the average mind. Not even a righteous mind. This is the average mind. That's all. Like we not even. It's not hard for you to even think about this shit. People who look the other way for somebody else, and when it comes to somebody, they want to put, "Oh my God, that was awful." It's like, how can you even say that out your breath without even having a second thought about, like, I mean, like that shit is crazy. Like before those words would come out my mouth, my conscience would smack the shit out of me. Pop. Don't be a hypocrite, nigga. You look the other way when the other nigga needed you. But yeah, you want to talk for this person. These people seems to have like that shit just they say without even second guessing. You feel me? But I want to talk about black business or business in general. And I was going to school for um what's the name? The first major that I was taking before I changed it. It was for IT, information technology. I really was going to school for that. Not no certification school. I was going to college for information technology. That's what I was going for. Then I was looking at stuff. I'm like, I gotta take this class, and that. I'm like, I don't want to do that, man. So I talked to my homegirl at that time, and she was like, yo, she was like, I think this will fit you. She was like, you should do small business entrepreneur. So I started looking into it, and I'm like, yeah, that described me very well. She's like, cause you always talk about you want to do this and own this, and you want to be your own man. Plus your attitude and da da da. I'm like, let me take this. So I switched my major in the middle of my when I was going to college. I switched it to small business entrepreneur, and I let go of the information technology. I did. I ain't gonna lie. I think that was good. That was a great decision, honestly. Because information technology, you can learn that in less than 6 months. You can learn that in less than a year, honestly. I know there's a lot of money in there, but I'm thinking of long term, comparable to owning your own business. You feel me? Even owning your own business nowadays, you do not need a college degree. So both of them majors can be do away with, honestly. The college is just making money off of you, offering you something that you can do on your own in today's age. But back then, it was something that cannot be offered in that realm. But in today's thinking, yeah, you can go on YouTube video, you see a bunch of IT classes that you can actually take for free. People they teaching you how to do the shit for free. Small business. You can go on YouTube. You can get that shit for a low price. Go to Dr. Boyce Watkins. You feel me? You get that shit for a low price. So most of the things that I just thought about it. Most of the things that I was looking at all these majors in college. Now you don't even have. I don't even know what college is offering now. Honestly, there's really nothing to offer now because most of the stuff you can take for free on YouTube if you're dedicated. You feel me? Let's just say you don't have to go to work and you have at least 150,000 in your pocket right now. You've already got a year's pay rent. You ain't got shit to worry about. This would be the best time. Or let's just say you were high school and your mother got most of the bills and you got a little bit of money in your pocket. You ain't got to work or nothing like that. This would be the best time for you to even, what I mean, utilize these YouTube channels and this mental and mental. or whatever teacher, professor online, where you can pay them a little bit and you learn something. If it was up to me and I had something saved up like that, I would definitely take that route without hesitation. I'd definitely go to Dr. Boyce Watson, of course. Enjoy the five Nubian Queen and try to utilize one of those ladies of mine so I could just use them as an information base where they can teach me something where I can actually use their knowledge for my benefit because they offering us a service. And I feel like that would be the best thing for anybody to do. But me, in this moment in time, the way I got it set up, I have to work and I have to make sure I build the M's up and I got to move them from there. You feel me? And that's just how I'm moving from that strategically point of view. What's this nigga doing, man? This nigga right here trying to catch me off guard. Which way you going, nigga? I already seen how this nigga moving. I mean, he had to do a 360 because he seen that I peeped him. I seen him stop. I'm like, what's this nigga doing? I know this shit is Cali. He about to do a shootout. Then I stopped too. Feel me? Then he looked disappointed when I look him eye to eye. He's like, damn, this nigga see me. 'Cause they be trying to hit you with the car and shit when you not looking. And you know, I be going, my mind just be shutting down. And I probably would take a whole sleep not knowing what's happening. And that's how they try to attack me and shit. It's all good. We ain't complaining. We just letting it be known. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So, what was I? Yeah, I would definitely take that advantage of that when it comes to the YouTube channels. You know, get these mentors and everything else. You can go into stocks and everything else like that too. I'm doing these things little by little while still giving my fucking life away to this job. While still, yeah, that's what it is. While still building on the side too. So I'm still investing. I had to do away with saying apps. That's because I'm gonna narrow it down. You can't really trust anybody completely, but I'm gonna narrow it down so where it's manageable. You feel me? I'm not saying that, oh, this nigga got so much money. No, even if it's $2 on each account, and I wanted to build it to a certain figure that I have in mind, right? It's still better for you to narrow it down to a few apps. Don't do too many apps. Feel me? If you got your money going here, got your money going there. If too many eyes wasn't on me, and people they didn't have the intentions of wanting to do me wrong, so they can get some kind of notified, like they can be notified by other people, then I'll be moving way different. Like the move that I made right now was crazy. Just I moved all the way to California. Imagine I didn't have that kind of attention on me, and I was building the way I was building. Nigga, this shit be crazy, but nigga, like, in 4 months, I mean, nah, it's 5 months now. It has to be. Yeah, it's 5 months now. That's good. In 5 months, I did a lot. You feel me? I've done a lot. I did a lot of moves, more than I've done 3 years when I was in New York City before that hate they was giving. Feel me? But imagine that I was making the same moves and I didn't have that kind of heat on me like that. So I understand why people be making excuses like I can't do none, my nigga. You don't have that kind of stalking going on. Niggas ain't stalking you. You feel me? You don't have you don't have the thing where your job is literally working against you. You don't have that kind of stuff. Like so, it's like I mean, whatever chance that you have right now, I advise you to just take full advantage of it. Just like I'm trying to take full advantage of the little bit of chances that I have too. You feel me? I'm not making no. I'm not making no excuses. Like, right? People always be like, you should get another job. You should move to another place. I'm like, it's go. Like, it's like, don't you see that I've been doing this for a long time? That's why I'm like, you know what? It's all about ownership. It has to be about ownership. You got to own your own instead of thinking, yeah, I think I should get another job. It's going to be the same thing. Everywhere you go, there you are. So you got to start to own your own business. Even if it's not your own business, you could do like other people do and be like, fuck it, I'm moving to another country and live off that land and grow my own food, which is essentially what I want to do. I wanted to own my own land, grow my own food, not in a business point of view by selling this shit, but just growing it. But then again, that dream is doable. It is. But I have a lot of responsibility to others too. But I'm still doing the same thing as taking care of myself while I'm trying to build this financial thing that's been taking hella long. It has me because sometimes I got to dip in there just to cover up my tracks and shit because, it's a whole war out here. But my main objective is I don't want to work for, I don't care if he's the richest man or the poorest man. I want to work for myself, honestly. I want to I want to do my own thing. Feel me? That's what I want to do. I want it's a good time. Like when I came to this country, I was like 17. Yeah, I was like 17, right? When I turned, this nigga's a hater, by the way. He's only an area manager. Get over yourself. Anyway, you didn't even know about it. Anyway, when I came to this country, I was 17. A couple of months later, I went to go get my work permit when I was turned 18. Then I started working. That back then you had to be 18 to start working and shit. I didn't go to no summer youth because I was already here when I was like 17 already. So at 18, I've been working ever since. I've only been off 2 days. I mean 2 months of unemployment in my life, probably. Probably. Feel me? It was brief. Even Home Depot, it was a brief gap between Home Depot and the current job that I have right now. Then from there, working. I've been working since I was 18 and shit like that. And I feel like at that time, if I would have came here to this country and I knew what small business was and everything else like that, I would have taken that route. Even when I was taking small business in college, I still didn't quite understand or grasp what small business was all about. The term was just another fancy term, entrepreneur. I'm like, oh, that shit sounds sophisticated. You feel me? It was more like, oh, I love to have that title, CEO. That it was more about showmanship. You feel me? I wasn't taking it that serious. Like, no, this shit is real, my nigga. This shit is now. This is it right here. Feel me? This is the kind of thing that they'll kill you for. This is the kind of thing that people get jealous for. This is the kind of thing that you feel me. This is the kind of thing that people don't want to see you do well with that. They don't want that. Like, so I'm like, I didn't understand it back then. But if I would have really understood it, and understood how the importance of it is, I'll definitely. But I know one thing for sure: all the work that I have done is in line with what I want to do as a small business owner. So at least I've been in there. I have the knowledge. I have the experience. So when I step into my purpose, it will be second nature to me because I'll know how to do everything that I've already been doing already. So I've already been in the major positions that I needed to be in, and God put me right back to be in a working position what I've been for a while now. For me to just to get the understanding of it again, because I was in a working position. Then I went to the management. I went to um, the audit, daily cycle counts and everything else, inventory and everything else like that. Then I went back to services, customer service. and servicing customers, interaction with people, communication. Now I'm in a fulfillment center or a warehouse or whatever they want to call it, and you back into the workings part of it again. So it's a learning process that God has put me through. So hopefully He got another plan for me. Hopefully, you feel me? Whatever the plan is, I'm taking it. I trust Him enough to guide me there. That's my navigator. You dig? Damn, time be flying. I don't know where that should be going. Or, but these people be, you know how they do, man. They constantly trying to attack the boy and shit over a job that they don't even own. They driving somebody else's truck, but they jealous of you. I'm like, I can have that. Have that nigga truck. I want to be that nigga that. No, I don't even want to be that. I want to be beyond that nigga. I want to be the economy. I want to be the wealth driver. Feel me? I don't want to be them niggas that create jobs. I want to be the person that give the idea for you to create that job. Shit like that. Feel me? 'Cause people create jobs all the time, but I feel like I can give you the idea to create a job. The knowledge comes from within the mind itself, so I want to give you that idea for you to be the job creator. But yeah, you gotta pay me as a job creator. Haters. You feel me? A lot of people just be. So that's it. When it comes to business, the business aspect of it. You see the head grew fast, super fast. That's why I don't like shaving. I must have ate one good pussy back in the day, cause this shit is out of control. Anyway, man, this nigga's stalkers. Tired niggas. Sometimes when you call people out, they do everything in their power just to show you that what you said about them was wrong. So they intentionally be doing things and placing things in your path. And I'm like, nigga, I know what I know. You're not gonna convince me in any other way, regardless of what you do. Like I know, nigga. What you doing now, you've learned from somebody else, and I like that shit is old, my nigga. Get out of here. I know what's going on. Like, these people doing things that other people have done for like 6 years straight. Come on, let's stop playing with ourselves. Anyway, they full of shit. You feel me? Talking about decades. Got a whole decade, niggas is doing the shit that y'all niggas is doing now, thinking you slick. I hate when people think they slick. Like, no, stop it. No. You dealing with the master himself. He mad. Like, I hate people like that. No hate is a strong word, but that should get annoying. They're trying to be deceitful, trying to make it seem like they're not. Nah, please stop it. You can't convince me or confuse me. Seriously, like, please, man. Anyway, I think that's all I wanted to talk about today. You did. I had other topic, but I guess the knowledge was drifted away from what I seen. Shout out to Master P. Feel me? Shout out to shout out to Nate Parker talking about the experience that we face in America and everything else. I was going to talk about that. I'll talk about that later. I know I got time, but these people always keeping an eye on me. My spot, it used to be just my spot. Nobody else was there. Now people just want to just sit close to you and stand by, looking weirdos, standing in corners. So I'll be ending the video early lately. So I don't feel like entertaining these fuckers. I'll holler at y'all, man. This will be called Thoughts on business. Jeffrey thoughts on business. From now on, I'm gonna be labeling things like that. I have it.